Prices at the grocery store are going to increase even more this year. That information comes from Kroger, one of the country's largest supermarkets. The chain expects prices to increase 2 to 3% over the second half of the year. Beef prices are already up 14%. Pork prices have jumped 12.1%, and poultry prices are 6.6% higher.
And for many people, those higher prices are putting an extra burden on their budget, and that in turn is trickling down to some local nonprofits.
News 13's Kristen Aguirre explains how one group is doubling its efforts to help those in need.
And it's organizations like BeLoved Asheville that are working to combat those rising prices at the grocery store. So here's how this street pantry works. People can come, take what they need, and just close it right up. They don't need to pay a dime. Organizers say these street pantries have been increasingly necessary, especially throughout the pandemic.
Yeah, so you can see we can get lots of food in these pantries. We know that access is a huge issue, that people don't have enough food, they don't have enough healthy food, and people are struggling to access.
So Amy Cantrell and her team from BeLoved Asheville brought that access to the streets through their street pantries.
We recognize that many agencies were not open, and so we wanted to make access right here on the streets, right close to where lots of people live.
Right now, the nonprofit has 13 street pantries throughout the community, with more to come.
It's becoming a bigger and bigger issue because prices are going up and families are struggling here.
Right now, the pantries are restocked twice a day.
We're seeing a lot more need, and so these are even more crucial. They're getting emptied faster.
BeLoved has distributed 5 to 6 million pounds of food through the pantries since the start of the pandemic.
People cannot afford the food, and people are working less often with the pandemic.
An alarm Amy and her team are trying to sound off.
Hunger is this silent emergency that we're answering the call for.
Opening the community's eyes.
Hunger is really a silent disaster in our community. It's happening very close around us, and yet we don't see that.
So these street pantries get filled twice a day, and organizers say they need volunteers and donations. If you're interested in helping out, visit our website at wlos.com. Reporting in Asheville, Kristen Aguirre, News 13.